Most of the world believes in a God. Most people in the U.S. believe in the Christian God. Argumentum ad populum, I believe is how you pronounce it, which means there's a couple different meanings, but the most common one is appeal to the masses, or appeal to popularity. Those are two. Basically what this is, as you can tell, is you are stating that something is right or is more likely to be right because more people believe it. This is most commonly asked to me when people say, you know, most of the world believes in a God, so are you saying that most of the world is wrong? And then they think that it sounds arrogant when I say yes. Appeal to the masses does not work as an argument. It is a fallacious argument. You cannot commit a logical fallacy when making an argument, and it doesn't stand. It has no weight to it whatsoever. The answer is simply yes. I do believe that the majority of the world is wrong in their religious beliefs because, mostly not their fault, they're indoctrinated. They were born and raised in this religion, and they don't know anything else. They were raised not to question their beliefs and to just listen and follow blindly, blind faith. That's why it's faith is belief without evidence. That's it. So, with all these people indoctrinated, absolutely, I believe the majority of the world is wrong. Having more people believe a certain thing doesn't make it real or true. You still need just as much testable, falsifiable evidence that never changes, that never has changed and never will change. Otherwise, I could start a religion of pencils. No. I could start a religion of weed. There we go. That would appeal to my generation a lot more. Start a generation of weed where cannabis, marijuana are gods, and you have to worship them. And the way you worship them is by lighting up and rolling a joint and smoking it. Well, rolling a joint, then lighting up, then smoking it. And that's how you pray. So basically, every Sunday, you have to get super baked off your ass by smoking a joint of some righteous chronic, and that's the religion. And I could spread that. And no matter how many people believe it, that doesn't make it true. I still need to provide some sort of testable, falsifiable evidence, which I bring up over and over again in my podcasts, but it's true. Another great example of this is it's my business class. So I don't know how many of you guys will know what this is, but basically there's this thing called an iClicker. It's a little remote. It looks a lot like a kind of a white TV remote, and it's really basic. It has it has a couple buttons, like a power button and a reset button, and then it has A through E buttons on it. And you go on a website and you register your iClicker for your specific college class. I don't know if they use it in high school or not. And then it's paired up. And basically, when you're sitting in class, you just hold the remote, and then the teacher will put a question on the board, and you answer with your remote, and it records your answer, and it sends it in as from you personally. And then not only that, so the teacher will know if you get it right or wrong. That way he can grade you. But he also gets all the data collected instantly, so he can present the data to the whole class afterwards. So he'll ask the question, he'll give the possible answers, he'll give us like a minute to answer the questions, we can talk with people around us, and then we answer, and then he displays the data, he displays the results. Most of the time, 90% get the answer right or more, because he recently went over the answer, where he goes over some of the notes and then he has a question, and he goes over more of the notes and he has another question. So he'll be talking about the rate of diminishing returns, or he'll be talking about conglomerates or something like that, and then he'll propose a question on the next slide, and then everybody answers, and most of the time they get it right. However, in one of our more recent class periods, he proposed a question, and he asked it in a weird way, a way that made it sound like something we learned recently, but it wasn't quite what we learned. I was smart enough to to realize the difference, and so I answered it correctly. I think the answer was A, and so I clicked A, and my friend's like, dude, I think it's E. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's A. And so both my friends put E because they thought it was E. They thought they thought they knew the answer, and I thought it was A, so I put A, and I got it right. Then he displayed the data, and over 60% of people put E. So over 60% got the problem wrong just from putting that answer. I believe it was another like 10 to 20% put the rest of them, and like less than 5% put A. So less than 5% of my class, which has 250 people in it, got the answer right. That is a perfect example of appeal to the masses is not a credible source, because less than 5% of the people got the answer correct. Just because 60% or whatever the number was put E doesn't mean that E is right. The same thing goes with religion. Just because billions, I think it's 2 billion people believe, a little over 2 billion people believe in Christianity. I want to say 1.6 billion believe in Islam. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. I'm just kind of freeballing from memory, like from watching a video or a debate or something. But I think it's somewhere in that range. Like 2.2 billion believe in Christianity, 1.6 billion believe in Islam. Doesn't mean that that's right at all. In fact, inside Christianity, 1 billion of it are Catholics. Catholic is the most large sect, I guess, is the best way to put it. The most popular sect. There's a billion Catholics, and then the other billion is dispersed among all the different denominations of Christianity. So technically, these people don't even believe all the same things. Some of them believe different things. Some of them believe others, and it's just a clusterfuck of possible beliefs and possible answers for things that are so contradicting that it kind of breaks it down. So appeal to the masses isn't actually right, unless you're just talking about the generic belief in a God, not even specifically your God, unless you're a Catholic, because 1 billion people believe that. But whatever way you look at it, you could say 2.2 billion people believe in the Judeo-Christian, the Abrahamic God. Well, then you're saying, I believe it would be like 6 billion other people are wrong. Wait, I don't know. I think the world's up to 8 billion. I don't even remember the total population. But whatever religion you choose, you're technically still not even appealing to the masses, because the majority of the people don't actually believe in that religion or that specific religion. When it comes to Protestants do not hold a majority, because the majority is Catholics. And so you can't say, oh, well, appeal to the masses, more people believe in this than not, which isn't the case. No, there is no majority when it comes to the world. And by majority, I mean over half, over 50% of the people believe one specific thing. That's far from the case. And so even if appeal to the masses was a true, non-fallacious argument, it still would fall flat, because there is no mass, there is no majority. But once again, I've been watching the Vegan Atheist, some of his stupid Christian comments and stupid Muslim comments and those types of videos, and it's just funny to me because appeal to the masses comes up numerous times, as well as other fallacious arguments like false dichotomy and stuff like that. But appeal to the masses comes up a lot, and so many people believe so strongly that, wow, well, 2 billion people in the world believe what I believe, so it must be right, which is not the case. Appeal to the masses, if you Google appeal to the masses, you'll see a lot of the responses as to why it is wrong, why it is incorrect. Because one that I heard was the Vegan Atheist actually stated was Nazi Germany. Millions of Germans believed that, what the Nazis were doing was right. Does that make it right? No. That makes it still wrong. Appeal to the masses is not a true argument. So please, please, please stop bringing it up.